throughout the tournament have been informed as such. Here's Rene Tassone making his first plate appearance. Toronto native and former Minnesota Twin. Rene Brewer property going into 2013. Been a couple of stories tonight about teams drafting a player once and then maybe getting him via trade later on in that career. Rene Tassone was actually drafted a couple of times by the Twins, and now there's a little chippiness going on.
That might have to do with Robinson's late slides.
Yeah, Robinson bunted for a base hit before they could drill him.
That might be it too, because but maybe they don't understand. Maybe Leon doesn't understand the rules. That's not really bad baseball right now, because you got to score as many runs as you can. I thought it might have something to do with his late slides in Robinson.
Hey, wow! After the warning, Arnold Leon just drilled Rene Tassone, and it's on. Benches have cleared. Oh my! You want nothing to do with the hockey players.
That's not good.
There are people flying all around here right now. Coaches are trying to restore some order. Oh, I saw Alfredo Aceves go down. Oh, this is ugly. This is ugly. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Perez wants a piece of somebody. Wow. That was more than just a little dust up, folks.
Yeah, totally uncalled for. And
I mean, there were haymakers being thrown in that scrum, and Alfredo Aceves was on the bottom of a pile that just did not look good for he or the Red Sox or anybody involved with this event. What, it's starting up again. But this is like Padres Braves circa 1984, where it just seems to have no end. And finally, it's the coaching staffs from both teams that are able to restore order. And a four-man umpiring crew has no chance when there's 60 guys in there. They had the help of the coaches, and oh goodness, and now the Canadian fans, or the Canadian players.
Yeah, there's some Mexican fans of Team Mexico beyond the Canada dugout that are beginning to throw things at the players.
Looks like a scene from Slapshot now. Pardon the hockey pun. Is that Dennis Boucher, the pitching coach? I think somebody threw something at Dennis Boucher.
Umpires huddling around.
It's amazing.
In front of the mound, trying to assess the damage and decide what to do. But again, it was over the bunt by Robinson, and we pointed out that in the World Baseball Classic, even though teams have big leads with the potential tiebreaker, particularly with Team Canada getting beat by 10 runs yesterday. They want to add as many runs as they can.
Well, I also think this, and there's being an announcement made now
to immediate arrest and hefty fines. At minimum, charges will include reckless endangerment and disruption of a public event. The World Baseball Classic thanks you for your support and assistance.
There was most certainly, as that announcement indicates, something was thrown from the stands into the Canada dugout. This is Tassone getting dusted. A warning was issued by Brian Gorman, and then on the very next pitch, he gets drilled. I mean, I don't even know how to assess the multiple ejections here. I think what they're worried about now, this was, again, when it got ugly. What they're worrying about now is the fan or fans that threw something at Canada's dugout. You can see the debris. That's Denis Boucher getting hit in the head with a can or a bottle. Boy, I'll tell you, this really got ugly fast.
I don't know what the World Baseball Classic's policy is, you know, from their administrators, but they have a chance to look at all the video here and decide, you know, what to do. There's a Sebas right in the middle of it.
Yeah, Sebas he got worn out.
I think it's the frustration of Team Mexico that, you know, it appears they're on the brink of elimination. Canada trying to tack more and more runs onto their ledger.
But here's what I think about this, Jim, and I hear your point about the bunt. I think that they wanted to get Chris Robinson. 2 late takeout slides by Robinson today. Mexico wanted to get him, but he bunted for a base hit before they could drill him. Let's take you back to what happened in the first. Late slide here, and we documented that. And then in the fourth, talked about this play, the collision at home plate. This was unavoidable contact as far as I was concerned. But Karim Garcia with a shoulder back to Robinson. Then in the ninth, this is Robinson bunting the first pitch of the at-bat. If they were going to throw at somebody, it was him. But he got on base, so it was Rene Tassone next that ended up wearing it.
And before that, Chris Robinson, 2 innings before that, slid into second base and made a really late slide. That was the end of the inning. So he's been in the middle of some of that. And you might be right. He was the guy they wanted to take a shot at.
You know, there are some real ramifications if either one of these teams moves forward, Jim, because WBC rules state that a suspended player may not be reinstated for the duration of the tournament. And we're just waiting to get official word as to who has been ejected from the ball game. This might take a little while. Can you remember seeing something like this that didn't just amount to a bunch of pushing and shoving and brother-in-lawing? I mean, this was...
Well, it takes me back to Campaneris throwing the bat at Laren LeGros, Oakland and Detroit.
72.
Yeah. The Mariners, and try to think of who they is when I believe Mike Messina was injured, and it might be Mariners and Orioles it had to be, and of course the Red Sox, Yankees with some rather infamous encounters with the likes of Bill Lee and Greg Nettles.
Armando Benitez versus the Yankees.
Yeah, the one I remember one with the Orioles and the Yankees where Darryl Strawberry ended up over the Orioles dugout in Yankee Stadium. But
I have no idea how this umpiring crew is going to be able to assess who's been thrown out, because I mean there were some scary moments in that scrum where they weren't just paying attention to who was throwing punches. They were trying to avoid being punched themselves. You know, if this all revolves around Chris Robinson, this was Tassone getting hit, and then Robinson was the runner at first. You kind of lose him in the pile here. Tyson Gillies took down Alfredo Aceves, and then Aceves went after him, and then Aceves, he got strangled by Adam Lowen. Oh my, wow.